What's going on, everyone? RedWolfVion here with another sneak peek, aka early preview of the upcoming 4-star suit RX-0 Unicorn Gundam 03, aka Phenex NT. Before we jump in, thank you Bandai Namco for hooking me up with this opportunity. Thank you all who support the channel up to this. As usual, these things are subject to change. All the information in this video, including the stats, the skills, and the functionality and mobility of this suit, are always subject to change prior to release, so keep that in mind. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Phenex is a 700 cost general suit. Looking at its stats, you have 23,000 HP, 30 ballistic resistance, 32 beam resistance, 16 melee resistance, 30 range strength, 40 melee strength, a movement speed of 130, top speed of 220, a thruster gauge of 75, turn speed of 69. You also see here, as far as part slots are concerned, you have 16 close, 16 medium, and 21 long. Now, it wouldn't be a unicorn suit if it didn't transform. So, while transformed, you see that its ballistic resistance is 30, beam resistance is 32, melee resistance is 16, range strength 55, melee strength 15. Movement speed is now 135, top speed is now 230, with a thruster gauge of 75 and turning speed of 84. Looking over at the kit, its main weapon is the Beam Magnum. Of course, similar to Unicorn, it does have a focus time required to shoot it, which is 0.8 seconds, but these shots do stagger on hit. For the Beam Saber, you have the Phenex Arm Beam Saber. General Beam Saber, like most suits in the game, it gets the job done. You get your left, your right, your neutral, and your downswing. Up next, you have the Head Vulcan Mark III. A power of 150, ammo 40, and a range of 200. Reload time of 11 seconds. As always, Vulcans are good to kill enemy troops, or to finish enemies off, or to use as a deterrent while trying to retreat. Next, we have the Mega Cannon, which has a power of 1,200, a heat rate of 50%, and a range of 450 meters. It was actually pretty good. I like that, especially on a general around that cost. And you have a cooldown time of 1 second, overheat of 18 seconds, so be very mindful because that's a lot of time. And as you can see here, you do have to stop, but it does stagger on hit when firing this gun. Up next, we have the Armed Armor DE, the launch types, and so this is really cool. It's a ballistic. It's pretty much like ballistic funnels, right? It has a power of 1,000, ammo of 1, a range of 300 meters, and a reload of 13 seconds. That's not too bad, right? So you see the video. I really love the way it looks in here because you see how it like kind of swarms. They did a really good job of doing this. Oh man, this just looks very stylish versus, you know, the linear approach for funnels. Oh, I love the way it looks. Now when this suit is transformed, similar to Unicorn and Banshee, the kit changes drastically. First off, you have the Phenex back Beam Saber ×2, so now you're dual wielding sabers. And of course, there's a Beam Saber in each hand, offering increased power and coverage, which you can see in the video that it has a very nice hitbox, so y'all better beware, be careful out there, because they look kind of dangerous. Now you have the Head Vulcan Mark III. It's the same as before, so no reason to kind of dwell on that, but uses as intended. Here's the exciting part. Next up, we have the Mega Cannon transformed. It looks pretty cool. I mean, same thing, 450 range, heat rate of 80%, and a power of 1,500, which is really dope. Keep in mind, this does stagger on hit, but you also have to stop. Looking from the video, if you do it in space, that stop is very, very brief. So I think this has a lot of potential. It just looks so cool, bruh. Oh. Up next, you have Armed Armor DE, launch, transformed, functions similar to the regular form of this suit. It just looks that much more cooler, glowy. With a range of 350 meters and a reload of 10 seconds. Up next, we have the Armed Armor DE Defense, with a power of 0, heat rate of 100%, a range of 0, and overheat of 25. And you guessed it, this is a defensive option you can do. It reads, after using the weapon, it deploys armor DE that negates melee and ranged attacks. It specifically says negate, right? So if it negates, that's going to be a very powerful tool in your arsenal. And as you see in the video, it functions similar to Moon Gundam's shield bits, right? I'm excited. This is really cool. Oh man, this is really dope. So we'll see how much damage it could take once we get our hands on it. And last but not least, you do get another melee. You get the Phenex Arm Beam Tonfa, which has a power of 3,500 in quarter time too. So you're going to be able to do some nice little melee combos with this thing. That's kind of dope. I like that. Holy cow. A long cleaving melee beam weapon that attaches arm beam sabers to holders. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Looking at this thing's skills, you have Leg Shock Absorber level 3, which is actually pretty cool. Then you have Emergency Evasion System level 2. Then you have Anti-Blast Stabilizer level 1. Followed by Flight Control Program level 2. High Performance Balancer, Melee Combo Controller level 1. High Spec MBAC, Maneuver Armor level 1. Force Injector level 2. High Performance Radar level 1. Special Leg Buffer level 1. Saikamu Weapon Buffer level 4. This is where things get kind of diced. So, when a Saikamu weapon isn't selected, it reduces HP lost from damage to Saikamu weapons by 35%. So it's like an anti-Saikamu gimmick here. That's actually really interesting, and it's really cool to have this at level 4. Then, of course, last but not least, we have the NTD things. Here, you have the NTD ability boost. Press the touchpad when at 80% or less to fully restore HP and transform. Bruh. Fully? Bruh. Imagine being down 50% and just popping this and making someone just livid. So you legit have to go 80 to 0 in a combo because you'll be able to turn and pop this and get your HP back. Holy cow. That's wild. Oh man. But keep in mind, it temporarily disables Saikamu weapons for enemies in a limited area, and you take HP damage to your unit over time while the ability is activated. Sounds familiar. Now, it also mentioned executing a counter with 30% HP or less will trigger a special powerful counter. Special counter won't activate when using armed armor DE launch or defense. Now, while transform, you still have Leg Shock Absorber here. It's level 3. Emergency Evasion System level 3. Anti-Blast Stabilizer level 1, Flight Control Program level 3, High Performance Balancer level 1, Melee Combo Controller level 1, High Spec MBAC level 2, Maneuver Armor is still level 1, you have Force Injector level 3, god dang, High Performance Radar level 1, ooh, this list is kind of thick. Special Leg Buffer level 2, when hitting the leg, the damage dealt to the unit's HP and overall on the leg's HP is decreased by 15%. Really good. You have Saikamu Weapon Buffer, level 5. So now when a Saikamu weapon isn't selected, reduces HP loss from damage to Saikamu weapons by 40%. That's kind of huge, especially given the meta at 700. That's pretty dope. And then you have, finally, Awaken Phenex Ability Boost. You activate with the touchpad once the NTD ability boost has been active for a set period of time. It recovers 2000 HP and fully recovers all parts. While active, it reduces your attack, nullifies Saikamu equipment jamming, and reduces HP damage done to you by 15%. That's actually pretty dope. And you also have High Performance Counter Program level 1. Similar to the other counter here, executing a counter with 30% or less triggers a special powerful counter. Special counter won't activate when using the armed armor DE launch or defense. Keep that in mind. And because we all love it here, optimize cooling efficiency. This is the skill that's pretty wild, where the thrust's initial consumption is decreased by 20% when using high speed movement and jumping. So this is actually very strong on this suit. And last but definitely not least, we have Psycho Frame Attack. Ooh, this is a new ability. Bear with me here. When transformed, moving forward using high speed movement for a set period puts your unit into high speed movement attack position. High speed movement increases by 10 while in attack position, reducing cumulative damage reactions. In addition, Enemies can be staggered and damaged on collision. This skill can't be used when the armed armor DE is not with the unit. So that's actually really dope. As you can tell in the video, it's legit a tackle that can stagger. That's really cool, really exciting, and I'm glad to see something more like this. You know, we have suits that transform and have these certain abilities, but actually seeing a suit do this is like, yo, it's time to play. It's time to get down and dirty. All in all, on paper, the suit looks kind of clean, bro. It looks kind of clean. We got evasion in there. We have a transformation. Then we have the double transformation. So similar to Unicorn, it definitely does what it does. I am interested to see how it plays defensively versus the Unicorn and how well this will go toe-to-toe with other Unicorns, the Stein, and other suits that we've seen in 700 very frequently. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That way we can get into it here. But just going off what we were able to see here, the combos look very deadly. It looks very smooth, very beautiful suit. I'm a fan of this suit's design. I'm very happy to have it in GBO2. Finally! But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you excited? Are you not excited? Are you just on the fence? Are you hype? You know what I'm saying? Just let me know though, because it's a good time to be playing GBO2. We eating good over her. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so we can keep doing stuff like this. You guys are awesome, and I greatly appreciate you all. I want you to have a very, very awesome day, and I don't see you guys between now and then. A great new year. Without you all, we wouldn't be here. So thank you. With all my heart, I appreciate it. But that's all we have today. Stay out of trouble. And until next year, nothing but love. Peace!